Paramount Pictures is currently filming a major motion picture in North Georgia called
Very Interesting Things, which you'll see once you check out that movie.
We generally work on a few different types of projects. Obviously, we do a lot of short films.
Michael, how did you get started in filmmaking?
A very large part of the success of any project.
And I started my filmmaking career actually on a cruise ship, making short films.
Wow. I'm the executive producer to our new feature film, The Common Denominator.
Tell us a little bit about your character in the film.
She's really upset from the beginning, from the get-go.
Tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
Well, basically, I somehow started acting in 1990.
Hi, and welcome to Rural Hollywood. This is Jacoya, and today we're here with Master June DeGuizo and some of his cast and crew members from the feature film Full Circle. How are y'all doing today?
Good.
Good, welcome. So why don't you tell me a little bit about your background before you got involved with filmmaking?
Well, I'm a martial artist. I'm a 4th-degree black belt in Taekwondo, 1st-degree black belt in Shotokan. I taught for about 10 years down in Virginia. And I don't teach anymore since I got so much thing that I'm doing right now. I have a full-time job. I work for this biggest law firm in Washington, D.C. as a research technician. And I'm also a professional massage therapist.
Wow, my back's been really tense, so I need to connect with you later on that. But, you know, coming from your background, how did you get involved in the entertainment industry?
Well, yeah, about 2.5 years ago, a friend of mine asked me if I wanted to be an extra in a horror film. My first film was horror. I played as an evacuee in this place, and I was eaten by a zombie at the end of the movie. And after that, I started to get offers from the other filmmakers to get involved in their productions. Mostly choreographing stunts and fight scenes. I kind of like it. It's fun and interesting.
Wow, so your talent obviously shined. And what inspired you to produce the feature film Full Circle?
Well, I always have fun of action police drama and gangster, mafia movies. When I arrived here, the first gangster movie I saw was this movie by Al Pacino, Scarface. And I've been watching this over and over again.
Yes, good film.
Yes, and of course I also been watching Casino by Robert De Niro and Joe Pesci, Wise Guys. I love those gangsters movie. Observing the directors and the production staff while filming, and the other input from the actors that I worked with, I thought like, hey, I could do this. So I had little background of acting, don't have much a lot of acting experience, but I have a lot of ideas. So I started writing a story with drama and lots of action in it. That's how Full Circle was born. And also the inspiration was mostly partly a challenge to me when I presented my story to this supposed to be a friend of mine, an independent filmmaker in the area. He looked at the first 2 scripts and he just laughed at it. And he said that, I've been doing this for over 20 years and I'm still struggling to produce great feature films. So stick to what you know and what you're good at. These comments really inspired me and even determined me to produce Full Circle and actually finish it in about a year.
Wow, wow, interesting story. Can you tell us a little bit about what the film's about?
It's a police action drama, and maybe Al, you can tell more about it.
The police action drama centers around a DEA agent named Marco Santini. And he, after 23 and a half years in the Drug Enforcement Agency, he's in Miami, Florida, doing his last assignment. And his son, his youngest son, in Washington, D.C., Charles, dies of a methamphetamine overdose. So what happens is, against the whole department's wishes, he goes after the department that is, or after the crime syndicate that's responsible for that. And it's just one revenge plot after another, and it just crash lands towards the end. So it's got lots of good fights and really good stunts and just lots of fun. So
wow,
lots of action.
Thank you. Well, I'm sure our audience is just dying to catch a little glimpse of this. So why don't we take a look at the trailer for the feature film Full Circle?
After 23 and a half years in the Drug Enforcement Agency, Marco Santini is looking forward to retirement.
I hate to see you leave my department, but I think it's time you go and spend time with your lovely family. Cheers.
You need to tell Marco just to stand back and let me do my job, okay?
What the hell is she doing here, Captain?
Julie invited everyone from the force, like your other family.
Behind every cop, there's a tragic story.
There's been a lot of tension between you and your dad.
Dad's not interested in talking to me at all.
Behind every closed door, there's a broken family.
Why did you hit Zach?
Dad, are you drunk again?
Where's Charles? I heard he's a drug dealer.
Marco, Charles died last year. Come on.
Let Charles go.
I'm coming to arrest your drug-dealing nephew.
When the truth is, Charles did it to himself. And you call yourself a good father, you can't even control your own family.
Do you know this guy? His name is Marco Santini. Now I want you to follow him around. I believe the drug cartel we're trying to take down is trying to get to him.
You're talking about murdering a DEA agent. But I think you're forgetting which side you're on, Johnny.
It was just a second later, I'd be reading about you in the front page of the paper tomorrow.
Do you know who did this?
They will try to break him.
You spot him, I want you to take him out. I want him dead.
I really have a bad feeling about this. I feel like I'm being set up.
What can I do?
Why is it so hard to kill this guy?
I don't care how much initiative you take if you can't follow through.
You know the interesting thing about all this? It's the arresting officer.
Go to hell.
I think you'll get there first. Say hello to Satan for me.
Full Circle.
It's a full circle. In this world of mine, what you do might get
somebody gonna die today, and it ain't gonna be me.
It's a full
All right, well, let me ask y'all another question. We'll kind of move it around a little bit. Who are some of the key people that who participated, excuse me, in the making of this film, behind and in front of the camera?
I would say most of the production staff.
You want to jump in now, or?
Al Ganikar, Kevin Tan, they really helped me a lot. They do a good job in this production. They stick with me the whole time. And Al here, he wore a lot of hats. He's played the supporting role, and which he won Best Actor Viewer's Choice Award.
Wow.
Yes.
That's amazing.
It's fine. I voted for Kevin. So I'm just kidding. I didn't vote. Can't do that. Actors were not allowed.
Can't lie. And he also my script editor and also edited the whole movie.
Wow. Right. In addition to editing the movie, another name I definitely want to mention, a guy who came in late in the game, this guy named Austin Reeves. The reason I'm mentioning this guy's name is because it's an action movie. So, with our plastic guns, we needed those to look real. So he's the one who added on all the muzzle blasts, all the bullet holes in any car, things like that. So if it wasn't for him, if it wasn't for Austin Reeves, the movie would not look like an action film. Wow. So he gave it that nice action film look. So all the special effects.
Wow.
And then, Kevin.
Yeah, Kevin Tan here. He's also my assistant director. Since when me and Alice in the set, he acted as a director since, you cannot act and direct at the same time.
Right.
And he also my graphic designer.
Wow.
So,
yeah.
Fabulous. And who's this gentleman at the end here?
He is Charles Robinson. He's a Grammy Award winner, and he put in about 18 songs in the soundtrack.
Wow. Fabulous. Yeah, I heard that there was a Grammy Award winner with the soundtrack. How did you two meet, or?
Well, I'll let him say that. You can talk about it, about this, how we meet.
It was a cold winter in 1998. No, we were actually in D.C. and yeah, this is before I went to college. I was walking downtown near the mall, and I happened to look down an alley, and I seen this guy beating up somebody. And I was like, what is this? And I'm scared because I ain't about to go over there and get beat up myself. He just said he was martial arts, man. So I called the police, but then by the time I did that, I looked around and I seen some spotlights and some cameras over there. So I knew it was a feature film going on, and then I handed him a CD, and that was the whole soundtrack.
So we went over to the side, and they just signed all like the contracts for every song right on top, right on the set of trash cans. They were just like, let's just do this right now.
Wow, so that was meant to be then, huh?
Yep.
Right place, right time.
Yep. That's my time. There you go.
But it's not 1998 though. I think it's maybe 2005. Because I did the movie just 1 year.
Yeah, because Charles needed a new pair of sunglasses. So that day, like we're so lucky you went out and decided to buy them that day, because he wouldn't have been walking down that street.
I see the sunglasses he has on now look very good. So
That's right.
Definitely a good look for you.
Appreciate it.
And let me ask you guys another question. How did you bring everyone together to work on this project?
It's not very easy. I was very fortunate to have the people in my production, like Ganika and Kevin Tan. They really stick with me in the whole project. Really working with a lot of actors is not easy. I had to learn how to deal with different personalities. And when you're not paying your actors and crew, I have to at least give them a chance to show their talents and the best that they can have. That's all I can give back to the actors. And
And it was also really hard to work around with different actors' schedule, working schedules, because some people have full-time job, and and some actors go to school, like me. So
lots of phone calls and emails.
Yeah, lots of phone calls and
emails to been scheduled. Weekends, making sure that people can. What time their availability is on the weekends for.
Right.
So.
Coordinated.
Right, because day job, they call it a day job, but people got night jobs, they got weekend jobs. So it's not always, everybody's day job is not Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. So.
Yes.
And we have 72 actors in this picture film.
Wow.
That's a lot.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of actors.
Well, you guys pulled it together quite well.
I also wanted them to work together as a team, not to compete.
Yes.
I wanted them to really have a good time while in the process of making this movie.
And about half of the actors in this production, I can confidently say, are some of the best actors in DC, in the DC, Maryland, Virginia region.
Wow.
So we've definitely, it made me proud that I would show the trailer to some people, and they would point people out and be like, that guy, he's in everything. I see him everywhere. I know that guy. So that just warmed my heart to hear that. So good selection on June's part.
Yes, I don't know how I casted all those actors, but I was thinking I'm not a good actor, so at least I will cast all these great actors surrounded me so they can carry me to the movie.
Yes.
So that's the key there.
I cannot wait to see the film, John. Let me ask you another question. What's the filmmaking community like in Washington, D.C.?
Well, I personally work with a lot of filmmakers in DC, and every single one of them is really talented, but very few filmmakers, they actually put their heart and soul into the project. For instance, Jun Gizo, he spent a lot of time in this project, and like he said, he wants this project to finish in a year, and it actually finished like within a year. Maybe a year and 2 days more. But
a couple hours.
Yeah, a couple hours. But and also especially DC right now, it's actually considered becoming one of the Hollywood hotspot, filmmaking.
I believe it is the third.
Yeah, there's a lot of
third
films.
largest film industry.
Right.
The first two being New York and LA. So I'm kicking the table. I don't want to spill the.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, don't spill.
I don't want to spill the fake pop.
Like there's a lot of films like The Invasion and also National Treasures. That's filmed in DC. The Good Shepherd, and what other ones?
What other ones? Breach was filmed there.
Full Circle, yeah.
Full Circle.
Yes, of course. Can't forget Full Circle.
The thing, one actor once told me that the big thing about DC, which is why it's so many. I mean, of course, you have the monuments and things like that. So
Right.
if movies want the monuments, it's cheaper for them to get there to fly out and actually film it rather than faking it or creating buildings, even though they have the money and the manpower to do that. But the other thing is the geography. Because if you want rolling hills, if you want lots of hilly land, go to Maryland because there's too many hills there. You want something a little bit more flat, because me and Kevin were actually both extras on National Treasure 2, and one of the scenes takes place in Texas. And when we went out to set, I mean, these sets are just amazing, and we actually were convinced that we didn't even know where we were, because we were in some area, Mount Vernon, I think, somewhere in Virginia, and the grasslands, and I mean, it was just so different. So you have so much geography there.
Wow, like sounds like a good variety.
Very, very variety. A lot of varietized. That's my new word. It's varietized.
Sounds good. We'll roll with that. And what was the most challenging thing that you guys faced in producing? Producing this?
Coordinating the actors. Oh my God, I don't know how I did it. What's my famous line?
Oh, okay. Yeah, when the famous the word cheat is always used, and that's used by a lot of filmmakers because when you have different. I mean, it's used for many different things. So if you've got two sets of actors, we had this one big scene where actors aren't all there at the same time, and so people always say, oh, okay, well we'll just cheat. So June accidentally misspoke. It was early one morning, confused the whole production staff before he reiterated. It was so funny. He walks onto set and we're all like we're scouting the location. I'm doing my thing. We've got all our crew like setting up lights and stuff. And June walks in on set and goes, all right, everybody, look, we've got no actors today, so we're gonna have to cheat. And I was like, is everybody gonna be wearing masks? Or just put masks on them? So, and really what happened that day was we had about 40 actors on set. Wow. And that day, we had one girl who was she was like doing this scene in a bathroom, and it was all supposed to be happening. Then we got this bad guy who runs through a door. We've got this girl doing this other thing, and luckily we had actors that we had to group saying, okay, fine, you're available. Like we had people that say, oh, I'm not available until 11. Oh, but I have to leave at 11. Oh, but I have to leave at 2. So we're like, okay, you can be here at this time. And when we cut it together, that whole 5-minute scene takes in the movie. I can't tell which one, but that 5-minute scene in the movie takes place so seamlessly that you would have no idea that these actors weren't even in. It's like one person is talking to another person and they're not even there.
Yes.
They're talking to a tennis ball on a stick.
Wow. Good job, gentlemen. And coordinating and handling
That's the word of advice. If you don't have any actors, cheat.
Just cheat, yeah.
And it's up to you to figure out what that means.
So what are some other projects that you guys have currently, coming up or that you're working on?
Actually, when we go back to the DC area next weekend, we're going to start filming my next feature film entitled Collide. You can actually view that on YouTube right now.
Okay.
The trailer.
The trailer. And I have a lot of others possible feature film that I start writing. It's in my folder. Maybe the next 2-3 years, I'd write at least a feature film every year.
Wow.
And that's my goal. And right now I'm also collaborating to write short stories to compete with 7 or 8 other independent filmmakers, so we can showcase in one premiere early next week. No, I'm sorry, early next year.
I was like, wow, that's going to be fast.
No.
We're going to have a feature film done tomorrow.
Yes, it'll be done at noon.
Yes, and so far I have like 7 who wanted to be part of this mini festival. We are going to compete each other, write the best short film, and then again, Viewers' Choice Award, Best Actor, Best Actress, Best Short Film. And that's what I'm trying to do it next year. And I know a lot more writers, independent filmmakers want to participate, but maybe I'll do it the year after once this is very successful. Then we can do it open to everybody.
Wow.
So that's my plan.
So if people want to get in contact with you, do you have like a website or something,
Yes,
or an email that you want to plug?
They can go to our website, it's www.mjdmovieproduction.com.
Okay.
or they can go to MySpace. I have a lot of MySpace.
What's the search name on that, I guess? Maybe
Well, I have two accounts. One is Massage at hotmail.com. If you look, search for.
That's me later with the back problems.
And then the other one is MJD Productions.com. They want to search for my account in MySpace, or you can.
I think you just search for Full Circle.
Or
Full Circle. You should
Full Circle. You should be able to pull that up.
Okay, that's nice and easy.
Or they can just Google my name, June the Giza, and they can look up all the links in there.
Okay. And just to reiterate one more time, we have the Grammy Award winner here
Yes.
on the end, who's very low key. And how did you get started in music?
How did I? Well, I've actually been playing the piano for about 10, 12 years, and maybe in the last 7 or 8 is when I started getting to the actual musical composition realm. And 2003 is when I won a Grammy. It was the tryouts were in Nashville, Tennessee, and somehow, through the grace of someone, I won it, and it's sitting in my house, and I can't believe it.
That's amazing.
And but yeah, it started off with piano. I used to play in the gospel choir at my high school. I went to kind of an underprivileged high school, and we had broken pianos and everything, but it never discouraged me from doing anything. My mom was a big supporter of my music and my dreams and goals and aspirations, so she always supported me, and that kind of pushed me and drove me to where I'm at today. And fortunately, when he had this premiere back in DC, I flew back in town. I'm a DC native, Flew back in town, and that was really the first time I got to meet all of these guys here. And it was just phenomenal to see it all. I had all of my friends and family that I haven't seen in years there, and they're all supporting. And I'm just like, wow, it was so surreal, because I didn't know what was going on. Maybe it was the gin and tonics that. But but it was cool, and I loved it. It was my best time in DC in my whole life, actually. And I'll never forget it. We got a couple YouTube clips of us getting out of limousines.
It was
red carpet.
June hooked up a red carpet. Photographers, cast interviews. I couldn't believe it. It was the most surreal experience ever.
We got a lot of photographers there.
It was like a mini Hollywood.
It was,
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, we discussed that earlier. Fabulous.
Yeah, I mean, when I was standing there, I was just thinking to myself, I was like, how could this not be a dream come true?
Yes.
Right.
That's.
Well, it was so nice to meet all of you all. Very nice group of gentlemen. I'm so excited to see your projects, and I wish you the best of luck with all your future endeavors.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us here on Rule Hollywood.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you very much.